Okay, in this question, we're going to have a look at budgeting at National 5 numeracy level. Here we've got two examples, two scenarios, which is very applicable to real life, and these are the sort of things you need to consider when you're planning your own journeys as an adult. So have a look at this first example. There's a lot of information. You just need to be able to digest this and try and make sure you get the relevant pieces of information out. Okay, so let's have a look. There are three types of seats available in the Eurostar train: Standard, Standard Premier and Business Premier. Fares in euros for one adult are shown in the table. Okay, with the Standard there's a non-flexible and semi-flexible, same for the Standard Premier, and there's a fully flexible route for the Business Premier. Children up to age 12 pay 70% of the adult fare. Travel insurance is also available as shown in the table below, so per person it's €40. Children up to the age of 12 pay 50% of the insurance premiums. A €6 fee will be added to all the credit card transactions. Mr. and Mrs. Dubois and their two children aged 6 and 12 want to travel from Paris to London on the Eurostar train. They decide to buy standard, semi-flexible tickets. They also buy travel insurance for all 4 people in their party. They pay by credit card. They've budgeted €800. Do they have enough? Okay, so let's have a look. They've decided to buy standard semi-flexible tickets. So we're going to the standard semi-flexible option. So we can just build this up little bit by little bit. So what does it say? Children up to the age of 12 pay 70% of the adult fare, and our children are 6 and 11. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's just have a look at the tickets first. We just need to do this in little sections. Okay, so Mr. and Mrs. Dubois are adults, so they're going to pay the full price. So they're going to pay €220 each. But their children don't pay €220. Their tickets are 70% of the adult fare. So we need to figure out what is 70% of the adult fare. So we'll just do this at the side. We'll say 70% of the adult fare. So that's going to be 70% of €220. 70%, I usually change this into a decimal, so that's 0.7 or 0.70. We're going to multiply that by 220. So 0.7 multiplied by 220 is €154. So that's the price for a child ticket. 154 plus 154. So we could probably just work that out just now to figure out what the tickets are going to cost altogether. So altogether, that's going to cost €748. 2, 4, 5, 6. Yep, €748. Okay, let's have a look now at the travel insurance. So, they also buy travel insurance for all 4 people in their party. The travel insurance is £40 per person, but once again, children under 12 pay 50% of that. So the adults pay the full price, so that's going to be £40 and £40. And the children pay 50% of that. So they'll do 50% of the adult price. So they're going to pay 50% of €40. That's half of 40, which is €20. So they each pay €20. And altogether, that is going to come to €120. They pay by credit card. What else does it say here? A €6 fee will be added to all credit card transactions. So for the credit card, they need to pay €6. So the total cost was going to be the cost of the tickets, 748. It's going to be the cost of the insurance and the cost of the credit card. So 748 plus 120 plus 6. 748 plus 120 plus 6. And that's going to give us €874. So that's how much this trip will cost. Okay, now let's see if we can answer the question. They have budgeted €800 for their travel costs. Have they budgeted enough? So this is where we need to kind of answer in a wee statement here. We need to relate it to the context of the question. So we'll say, no, they have not budgeted enough. So that's me answering the question. Now I need to say why. And we'll say, since €874 is more than the €800 that they budgeted. Okay, so a lot of information there, but if you kind of just take it step by step, you should be able to kind of just think logically through it. You just need to take your time. We've got one more, maybe this one a little bit quicker. It looks very, very similar. So this time we've got a family, Mr. and Mrs. Macron, and their 2 children who are 5 and 10 go from Paris to London Eurostar train. They decide to buy standard non-flexible tickets. So standard non-flexible, that's these ones here this time. Okay, so let's just figure this out. So it's a family of 4. So let's do their tickets. So the 2 adults will pay full price. That's $210.50 plus $210.50. And what are the children paying? The children pay 70% of the adult fare. Okay, so the children are paying 70% of the adult fare. And if that's the adult fare, we'll just need to work out what that amount is. So 70%, we change that to a decimal, 0.7. And that's going to be £147 or €147.35. So they pay 147.35 and 147.35. So may as well work out what that costs altogether. So 210.50 plus 210.50 plus 147.35 plus 147.35. There we go. And that is going to be €715.70. So that's how much our ticket's going to be. They also decide to buy travel insurance. Let's figure out how much the travel insurance is. So what's the travel insurance? It's €30 per person. So it's going to be 30 each for the adults. And what is the deal for the children? They pay 50% off, or they pay 50% of that. So instead of 30, they're going to pay 15. And that's going to give us €90. They pay by credit card. Is there a charge for a credit card? Yep, there's a €6 fee again. So for the credit card, there is a €6 fee. So we can work out the total cost now. The total cost is going to be €715.70. We're going to add €90 and €6. And that's going to give us €811.70. They've budgeted €780. Have they budgeted enough? So it's going to cost too much. So we just need to answer this. Once again, we're going to say, no, they have not budgeted enough. Not budgeted enough. Since, what was it, 811.70 is more than the €780 that they budgeted. Okay, so you just kind of need to take these things step by step, show you're working clearly, and answer it clearly in a sentence. Thank you very much for your time.